So, with that in mind, we will call to order our regular council meeting, July 23rd, 2015. Brother Richard, if you wouldn't mind coming to lead us in our invocation and pledge to the flag. If everyone would please stand.
Heavenly Father, as we come before you once again, our hearts still heavy. Tragedy has struck our community. Realizing the whole world is viewing upon us at this time, and we pray that we'll be Chattanooga strong and East Ridge strong. Realizing that the view is looking upon our faith, and we pray that our faith will be outstanding and our strength will be outstanding in a time that we need your help and strength. We pray that our memorial will continue on, and the ones that are affected in this tragedy, that you will just put your loving arms around them and be real to them in a time they need you most. We pray that we shine, that you'll be pleased in the way that we act and act according to our faith in this area. We're praying, Lord, not only for the families and the friends, but we're praying for the council and their staff and all of the East Ridge leaders, that we may do the best we can do to glorify you. We all need strength, for we don't know what tomorrow may lie in the evil works of darkness, but we're praying, Lord, that we'll just lean upon you. You're the great physician and the healing. We pray that you will be with this committee. Pray that you will be with each one that represents here in the city of East Ridge. We're proud not only to be Americans at this time, but we're proud to belong to the community of East Ridge. And help us, Lord, to lean upon you like we never have before. And we ask it in Jesus' precious name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Janet, if we could have the roll call, please.
Mayor Lambert.
Here.
Vice Mayor Griffith.
Here.
Councilmember Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Manning.
Here.
Councilmember Sewell.
Here.
Interim City Manager Williams.
Here.
City Attorney Miller.
Allison Baker, Elmwood.
All right. Thank you all again for being here tonight. One thing I didn't mention before our agenda session, obviously it's been a little bit since we've had a meeting, but also it's been a little while since we've been in here having a meeting. Also, this is Chief Williams' first night up here. And so, welcome. And we're glad to have you here with us. Obviously, a long-time employee of the city, and we know that you have the best in mind and in your heart for the city. We're very grateful for that, and we continue moving on.
If you were looking at around Tire now, later it'd be great.
All right. I trust everyone has had opportunity to review the items in the consent agenda, which would include the minutes from the June 30th, 2015 called meeting, as well as the June 30th, 2015 agenda work session and the regular council meeting from that same evening.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffith.
Yes.
Councilmember Taylor.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Sewell.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. All right, at this time we will entertain communication from citizens. If you are a resident of the city of East Ridge or a business owner here in town, and you have a comment, question, or concern you'd like to bring before the council, this would be your opportunity to do so. If you'll approach one of the microphones here at the front and state your name and address for the record. Yes, sir. You will have 5 minutes.
My name is James Harry Show. I go by Harry. I know Jackie from a long time. He was my ball coach in the 70s. He's a really good organized coach, and the team members appreciate it. I like the idea of that entrance to the down to Camp Jordan, that area. It takes me 15 minutes to get out of the flea market by a little parking lot. On Saturday, every time I go down there, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I just sit in the line and wait to get out. And that's turning right toward the freeway. It's not turning left. But that's not what we're going to talk about. On or around June the 8th, I was one of 18 or so that had our mailboxes damaged. Down on the end of Tompers Avenue, I live at 2016 Tompers. That little yellow house, there's a fence there. I have a little garden behind it, and I've lived there 35 years. And on that morning, I got up and I saw that my ornamental black stand was just bent over, and the mailbox was on the ground. The lady across the street, her mailbox was in the yard, but her stand was messed up. I called and made a report. Officer Chadwick came out. He made a good report and everything. And I'm wondering what the progress is on this. They caught the juveniles or whoever did it, and I assessed it as $100. And I'm a senior on fixed income right now. $100 kind of pressing me to go to Home Depot and buy that ornamental iron again. So what I did, I found a piece of wood in a ditch about size from here to here, and that's my stand, and my mailbox is glued on it, hammered once or twice. That's temporary. But I would really like to know what kind of movement's been going on. It's been almost 2 months, and I'm wondering, do these things take time or what, or am I being too impatient? Maybe Captain Reed might be able to answer it for me. I don't know.
I think that probably would be, of the folks here, that's probably our best bet for knowing. Yes, Chief Reed, if you have any knowledge or information.
Being that it was a juvenile, first of all, it would have went to juvenile court. It would have went to juvenile court, and I can follow up with juvenile court and find out, but generally, anytime there's a juvenile, it goes downtown to that court, and our court has no jurisdiction, so anything coming out of that would come from them.
Okay.
Okay?
Do I get something in the mail or something, or do I testify in court, or?
That will be up to the juvenile court and the DA down there.
Do you think I'm just being impatient right now, or being a couple months?
I don't know what their backlog will be.
Okay.
I can find out.
All right. I appreciate it. That's all.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Good evening. Jim Bethune, 710 Haven Hill Drive. I just want to put my pitch and I have no contact with these guys anymore since I'm off council. But it's a deal, fellas. I'm just telling y'all up front. The traffic we have down there, if you get caught, and I'm sure you do, Mayor, in the traffic line at about 5 o'clock, we had a tournament down there last week. You couldn't get in or out of the park. So anything we can do, if we can dig up the money somewhere, don't hedge on this, let's go. I mean, that's my opinion, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Is there anyone else? Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, ma'am. My name is Roy Cowan. I live at 6016 Graston Avenue, East Ridge, Tennessee. And some people in the audience, I guess, know me. Those who do not, I'm a retired city employee from East Ridge. Just so people won't think that I'm trying to hide anything or ask any favoritism from the council member tonight. I've been working for Erlanger/Children's Hospital for about 6 years now. And I love helping the kids. And I do volunteer work besides working there, like the Dragon Boat and bake sales and annual Christmas tree lighting, like Mr. Williams up here. He gives his heart and soul for the children out here in East Ridge. I'm gonna go the extra mile and keep going with them. There's about 3,000 kids probably stays overnight at the hospital at one time of the year, which could be a week, I've seen months, and some even longer. So we have sick kids out there, injured kids, and we try to make it a place to feel like home than a hospital. So at this time, I'm asking the mayor and council member, if y'all would donate the amphitheater field and provided for a fundraiser for Children's Hospital. It's going to be a band. Never had it done. I've been helping out with other things with children's. This band played for my son's wedding a couple of months ago. They agreed to do it free. So I thought, hey, we'll get together, the band get together, I'll go here. You know, I've been working on this for 2.5 months. I had to go through the foundation of Children's Hospital, had to go through all the legal departments just before I come up here and speak to y'all tonight, because we're using Children's Hospital's name. I've said it for, I got with the foundation and we looked around what was happening in Chattanooga several months ago, and we thought maybe September the 19th, on Saturday night, before we could tell there's nothing major going on with football games and stuff like that. And all the money is going back to Children's Hospital, the 100% of the money. The employees at Children's Hospital and their families will be the volunteer to help and work the concert. There will be no vendors there, except for the volunteers at Children's Hospital, which we may try to sell some hot dogs, hamburgers, and Cokes. All that money will go straight back to Children's Hospital. I've spoke to Mickey, who is one of the spokesmen of the band. The name of the band is Ascocks. They've been around for a long time. They're old time rock and roll. They have been playing together since 1960s, I guess, in high school, is what he told me. They've opened for the Beach Boys and Gary Puckett at one time. And I'm working with Chris Odom, who is a special occasion person for the Foundation of Children's Hospital, and Bill Winters, who is the manager for advertising with Children's Hospital. I think this would be good publicity for the city of East Ridge, and I hope to make some money for the Children's Hospital. I've already spoken to Mr. Stunt Martin some time ago, and I think it was around May the 19th, and that's how long it's taken to get to this far through that, you know, for the concert. He said at that time, September the 19th, on that Saturday night, would be a good night for him in the city. I've also talked to him about a couple other things. Our lender said they would carry the additional $1 million worth of insurance that most places have. And I'm asking the city, Mr. Chief Reed, I guess, back there, maybe if he could get a couple of the volunteers to donate their time, you know, to work at the concert at night. So, one thing I say, you could make a difference for a child. Your neighbor loved it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And still, is that date still?
The date is, yes, sir, and it'll actually be even better because we have the Scenic City Votes folks, which are the same people that has Bugapalooza, but they inhabit the other side of the park, so they'll probably be able to, Mr. Cowan, you can have more people there, but it is my recommendation that we do this. The only thing we have to do is pick up trash and mow the grass, and we got to mow the grass anyway.
Sure. Any other thought on this? We could go ahead and do it. We can go ahead and do it now.
Make a motion.
We have a motion to approve the donating of the pavilion
And what time you plan on starting, Mr. Cowan?
I think the 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
I'll second.
we have a second. Any other comments or questions? Roll call, please. Yes, the amphitheater area, and obviously
stage.
there's going to have to be some coordination with our park staff and others. Yeah. But we have a motion and a second to approve donating that area for that event. We have the roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoll.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes.
One thing, will the road be closed? Will they talk to Matt, will the road be closed by then? September?
Should be.
I'd like to be that, I would listen, but
I just want to have to work traffic. Good talk.
Are you good to do that?
When you build them a bridge, when you get by.
It's gonna be a lot of that.
Thank you, Mr. Cow. All right, do we have anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Amy Lowry, 819 Mount Belvoir Drive. I'm real happy about all this going on at Exit 1. I have a question. How about the fire hall? Where are we on it? It hasn't been brought up in quite some time. Are we still going to build it? Do we have the money to build it?
I would love to address that. We have been working diligently on that. City employees have been working on that. We had a little slowdown. We run into one large item that we had to remove, which was the large tree there. We went ahead and bidded that out, trying to save some more money. And we got a low bid of like $1,500 or $1,700, I believe $1,700. The tree was taken down, the stump was ground up 2 days ago, I believe. The city is going to win and also take up the underground sewer lines, Kathy Malbeth Street. They're going to remove the water lines, and I think one underground electrical line. As soon as that process is done, then we'll be searching for an architect. Okay? Me and the new building inspector, both of them sitting down looking at different plans, been looking at different fire stations and different architects from here in Catoosa County and Chattanooga and the local areas. So we are working on it, even behind closed doors, but we're more than happy to keep you informed on that.
Well, it just ain't been brought up, so that's the reason I was. Now, are we going to have the money?
Yes. And I'll let-
Well, I mean, we've been borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and I just wondered if there was still money.
Mr.
Well,
Jablonski, yeah.
we did borrow funds for this project and have $1 million budgeted for
That was part of the $3.5 million general obligation.
Correct.
Okay, and are you going to be able to use any of the old stuff where we tore down the old fire hall?
Our plan today is, as we discussed with the building inspector, of course, we'll have to get with an architect. We are planning on trying to put a 3-base station on that location. If the property meets those requirements, if we are a little small, we will accommodate that and go back to a 2-base station. We will be using steel from the old fire station to be set up for the new, or to be part of the new station. We'll also probably have to have an engineer look at it and make sure if we add a 3rd bay that the structure, the way it is set up, will not be compromised, and we'll be able to withstand that. So we'll have to have a little bit more involved there, adding to it. I think before this is over with, I think that we're going to see a substantial save on this as far as spending. That is my goal. Okay, I promise that. It always has been. The best interest of the city has always been in the best interest of mine. I promise. We're going to do everything we can to save every little bit of money we can.
And this question is not mine, it was a neighbor who asked me to ask. Are these cars, all these old police cars, ever going to be sold? What my question?
That's
Somebody
what
else-
Chief Reed mentioned earlier, I think maybe before you came in, that they have sold 8 of them. Is that correct, Chief? Okay. So they are slowly
Well,
but
one of my
surely
neighbors just said,
out of there.
you always ask questions, so how about asking this one? So, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else? All right, this time we will entertain communication from council members. I'll usually start with Danny. I'm going to start the other end this time. Mr. Cagle. Mr. Gregory.
I'd like to congratulate the fire department and police department on the train collision that occurred yesterday morning on their quick response time and work, and getting Hamilton County also involved. Did a good job.
Thanks. Absolutely. And I think that the day before that, they worked a house fire. Yeah. It's been a busy week for those guys.
Went to Catoosa last night and give assistance on a house fire down in Catoosa County. $800,000 home. It was a very large house.
Goodness. Well, yes, echo what Vice Mayor Gravitt said, that our fire and police here is one for work. They do a great job. We're fortunate to have you all on the job. Mr. Mann. Okay, well, I was just, I didn't want to start. Mr. Silver. Mr. Mann.
I do have a couple of things here to let the public know. Here a few weeks ago, there was a comment made by some folks, I won't call names, about my wife going to meet all these meetings. The way they left it, that the city's paying for my wife's way. Well, let me let you know a secret. I've been in this for 11 years, and my wife has never, ever, period, charged the city of East Street, and that I have paid her way. The council members up here, the mayor, and all the vice mayor, and all the rest of them here, pays their wife's way. If they protect their grandkids, they pay their way. And I do not appreciate that, because you got something to say it to me. Don't pick on my family. Because you're man enough to put it in the paper or put it on the computer, let God come to me first. Thank you. That's all I got, sir.
Right. I have a few things. One of those, if everyone's ready, we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll just come back to my comments. This is more important than that anyway. We're going to have a little swearing in here.
This guy used to work with me.
Glad to have you.
This is one of our new hires. He's
This guy
comes
worked
from
with me.
the Federal Homeland Security area, come to work here, when I presume to come back home. And we want to do the oath and honor and trust in that.
One of my favorite parts of the job. Mr. Harding? Yes. David Patrick Harding? Yes. You'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. On my honor, I, David Patrick Harding,
I, David Patrick Harding,
will never betray my badge,
will never betray my badge,
my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
or the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I always have the courage
to hold myself and others
to hold myself and others
accountable for our actions.
accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution
I will always uphold the Constitution
and the community I serve,
and the community I serve.
so help me God.
God.
Mayor, we signing that. That kind of sounds like how I got married. That's all my name is. So in other words, you're married to East Ridge now. Yes, sir.
Yes, we're very proud of all of our public safety folks, fire and police. Just grateful to have you with us. All right, the items that I had, there's a handful that shouldn't take long. I was contacted by someone at Belmore Christian Academy. The winds, we had that bad windstorm a couple weeks ago. Their flag got ripped to shreds. They've gotten a new flag, but the pulley system on their flagpole is frozen, and so they can't get the flag raised. And they asked us if we could provide any kind of assistance to help them unfreeze the pulley system.
Can we put that in the
So I have absolutely no problem with that if we could do that.
I make a motion motion, give it to the fire chief.
Place it squarely on his shoulders. We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoll.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. The second thing, I think most of council probably got this email. There's a large Vietnam veterans group that will be coming into town in mid-August, staying at the Best Western. I think Bill Brenneman sent me the email. I think he copied the entire council on it, I believe. Anyway, they're going to be here August 18th through the 23rd. Just asked if it was kind of for informational purposes, but also if we wanted to do anything special to honor those folks. And certainly I would be more than happy to do some kind of proclamation just to welcome them, recognize their presence here in our community, and thank them for their service.
Or could we have some kind of plaque fixed up?
That would be up to
That'd
council.
be my motion, some kind of plaque, any kind of appreciate. I make a motion for that.
We have a motion. Second. And a second. All right, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoll.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. And this apparently, so Bill says, is the largest Vietnam veterans group that apparently they've traveled quite a bit. August 18th through the 23rd. And again, he mentioned the specific name of that group, but I don't have that right in front of me. The third thing on my list, the Motel 6 down by Camp Jordan, on their big marquee, it says Camp Jordan's Event Hotel. And that bothers me a little bit.
You would need to address that with the same person that sent out the email on the. Just a-
Right, but I wanted to just kind of mention it here. Because last time I checked, we haven't endorsed any hotel as Camp Jordan's official event hotel. So I would like for that sign to, yeah, exactly.
Would that be an issue for the city attorney to write a letter or codes to go down there and visit?
I think we can contact the ownership management and just discuss their use of the billboard. What you guys want us to relay.
What you think they do on that could be sued?
Mayor, I've already talked to the city attorney about this. He told me to go tell him to take it down immediately.
Okay.
Very good answer.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't, obviously don't want to pick a fight, don't want to start any trouble, but ultimately that absolutely leaves everyone with the impression that we endorse that hotel over the rest of them that are right there in that area, and that is not the case.
We're the ones going to face it. Aftereffects.
What's that?
We'll be the one facing aftereffects.
Anyway, wanted to mention that, and the last thing I wanted to mention was a few weeks ago, again, when we had the bad windstorm, county mayor contacted me, asked if they could do anything to help us, and as it turned out, they actually sent some crews over to help us pick up debris and all the rest. I would like to send an official letter to Mayor Coppinger thanking him for that, and I would like for the entire council to sign that.
Thank you.
If we can have that, if we can have such a letter prepared and have the council to sign it.
Can I bring up something else that you do?
Yes, sir.
Also presented back to them at their meeting. Thank you for. I make the motion that you do that.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Money in for all these plans.
mayor or for the mayor carpenter and all the workers. They'll have a mayor, members.
How about we send the letter to Mayor Cottage? And the plaque or something else we can provide to the actual crews. I can't remember the man's name who is over the, for Melvin out there. He's not. There's a specific name of the gentleman from the county who brought his crews over. Maybe we do something for them. Maybe we spring for a few dozen Krispy Kremes.
I'll let you have him come with any plaque. We done got the plaque, so we got you. We got a second.
We do have a motion and a second for the
Who you think you
plaque being presented.
Who you think where you need to present the plaque to the bank?
Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Pass.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Stoll.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
All right. Those are all the items that I have. Just again, some accumulated things that I've been looking at that sign down there for about a month or more, and I just felt like it's time to address it. All right. This time I will turn it over to Chief Williams for any communication from the city manager.
Well, first of all, Mayor and Council, I want to thank you for this opportunity to be the city manager. I hope to provide the city and the city employees with a good person to make contact with on different issues or concerns that they do have. I know that there are some concerns in different areas across the city, and those have been looked at and already been addressed and whatnot. But I'm here to try to please and try to give 100% as much as I can and show my support for the city. Hopefully I'll be in this capacity for however long it takes before we do the city manager. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Told a little story. I do have two more things handed to me prior to coming in here. One, don't forget our rescheduled concert, Camp Jordan Jams, August 1st. We will have the Beaters. We'll have a barbecue cook-off, karaoke contest, and fireworks. Again, that's from when the event got rained out, July 3rd, I think is when we actually had planned it originally. And that is, again, August 1st, 6:30 p.m. is when Common Ground will take the stage. 8 o'clock, the Beaters, fireworks at 10 o'clock. Karaoke contest starts when?
Starts at 3.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And it'll end at 6.
And it will end at 6 o'clock.
I think they've already got over 40 entrants.
Wow, 40 entrants already. Not me. So that's it. I will always be the closing act because I can make people run as fast as they can to get out of there. All right. Also, tomorrow night, Friday, July 24th, and Saturday, July 25th at 7:30 p.m., both nights, there is actually a theater group who will perform Shakespeare's The Tempest at the amphitheater. So if you're looking for something a little out of the ordinary, I intend to be down there one of those nights. That's a pretty cool thing.
We want to make sure all the media understands that the Parks and Rec has now brought culture to Camp Jordan Park.
Will you be, Mr. Martin, will you be also singing that night?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to hold you to that, too.
And again, that's tomorrow, Friday night, and Saturday night, 24th and 25th of July at 7:30 p.m. At the Camp Jordan Amphitheater. I mean, that's all I've got. With that, we will move to Old business and the baseball field project for East Ridge High School, which was tabled at our June 30th meeting. And we can have discussion on this item before removing it from the table. I think the discussion might either prompt us to take it off the table or not. Let's see what we've got, if anything. We can talk a little bit about it before taking it off the table.
I'll pull my motion back.
Thanks.
One thing that I've got, go down there and look at it. We've helped them before, and there's really nobody there that's taking care of it. So if we go down there, 10,000 or more, if we should put 10,000 in this field, what's it going to like in 6 months?
For baseball season.
We've got fields that, the school that we have uses soccer, uses all of our fields down there, but I don't think we charge them anything for it.
Softball we use.
Softball use, we've got nice grass fields that they can use. I just like to see, I'd rather see $10,000 go, if we're going to spend it, I'd rather see it go towards Camp Jordan area itself. Because I went back there the other day, looked at it, we went down there and had all the grass off the infield, it's all back on there. And this the coach, he's part football coach, and I just don't see where he's going to have the time. He doesn't have any effort to do it, to keep it up. He's got to teach school, he coaches baseball, football. I just don't see that.
And let me make a proposal here
They
that
don't have a lawnmower to cut it.
what I'd like to see us do, and I've talked to some of y'all about this, is to utilize some of my contacts from back when I was covering Major League Baseball and covering, college baseball and stuff. We have some great contacts from this area. Rick Honeycutt being one of them that I grew up playing ball with. Most of y'all know that Larry Simcox is back coaching now with the University of Tennessee, one of the greatest players ever come out of here and a great guy. And I go on and on with a lot of folks. Stephen Pryor, who coaches our soccer down here, is a pitcher with Minnesota Twins. Of course, he's injured right now. We've got Sean Kelly, who works out in our facility from time to time, who was with the Yankees last year, now pitches for San Diego. We can utilize these folks to get us autographs, as well as I can work with Kim to send off to the Falcons and the Braves and everything, and tell people that we're using this to upgrade the baseball facilities in our area. I do have one gentleman that wants to help out to pay for this field to be fixed over here. I just think the timing right now is wrong. What I would like to see us do is to use the arena on a night in November before we get the Christmas lights on, which means it's got to be the last of October, the 1st of November, on a Tuesday or a Thursday night, do a $25 a plate dinner. I'm trying to get Bobby Cox to come in and speak. I would, maybe get the coach at University of Tennessee or some people that draw baseball folks too. And a lot of times businesses get behind stuff like this and buy a whole table to help out. I believe there's people out there that will help out to contribute to the East Ridge ball field. Mark Howard, who works with Riddell as a salesman, was one of the best to come out here when I went to AAA ball, and his son did the same thing. We have a lot of those folks in the area. I don't think they know that that field is in that kind of shape on the field that they used to play on. So I would like to do that. I would like to continue to talk to the gentleman that has told me he wants to fix the field. Sit down Andrew Jacks yesterday, and Andrew has sprayed the infield and got rid of all the way it's going to kill the grass in the dirt part of the infield. Andrew also walked over to the softball field, and Sandy Mauser and her middle school team were over there, and they were working on the field and picking up grass and doing all that to get their field ready for the fall. And I think we can work with the players and help them and actually teach them how to take care of this field. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time and effort on it right now, because nobody's going to keep it up during the winter. Once we get it next year when it's time to do this and get it ready to play ball on, then maybe by then, we or a team or somebody will be in a situation to continue to take care of this. OLPH got one of the prettiest football fields around. There's a man that volunteers to take care of it. There's a lot of parks like that. You know, my kids all know how to take care of a field. I mean, that's just what people are taught if they're baseball players. So if we can do that in November and take that money and we'll have it towards maybe do something nice and have it an annual thing at Camp Jordan, as well as to make sure that theirs up to date as well. And again, if we figure out how to get this money from this gentleman that wants to be a part of it, then he's going to pay for the field to be upgraded anyway.
If I could add something, and City Attorney North can follow up with you all. There has been a lot of discussion in Hamilton County Commission about using some discretionary funds outside of the education budget. And they requested an AG opinion. There was an AG opinion from 2011 that kind of said we weren't allowed to use some of these, significant discretionary funds for, education projects, whether this falls in that context or not is debatable. So I just want to bring that to your attention that Hamilton County is working with the AG's office or waiting on an AG's opinion. That's something to consider, if we're going to try to fund additionally, East Ridge Field.
And if we need to, I think it's a good idea to have a fundraiser. That way the city is not out any funds. We still, I would certainly pay to be there. There's no problem there.
I make a motion to turn it over to Mr. Martin.
I think this is something that we would have to take off the table to take any kind of action.
I'll take it off the table.
Okay, we have a motion to remove this from the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second?
Now I make a motion, Mr. Martin, turn it over.
Oh, a second, we've got to have the vote. All right. Janet, this is the vote to remove this item from the table. So a yes vote means to remove it. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Sewell.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. Okay.
Now I make a motion, Mr. Martin Lane. Now I make a motion to turn it over to Mr. Martin Lane. Football field, baseball field.
Baseball field. All right, we have a motion to allow Mr. Martin to follow up on his idea and carry that forward. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. I would ask that, obviously because of what has been mentioned here in terms of the potential legal issues, that Mr. Martin get with the city attorney and just make sure that everything we do is going to be, there's not going to be a problem.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
The last council meeting we had over there, that was brought up by, used to be an ex-council member. And
Yes,
I told him.
Mr. Brandon.
And I brought up the way that I understood it, and Hal looked it up in the book, and he said, well, that's not having a student system that we can do with our money.
Then we should
what
be
we
okay.
want to. Right.
Okay.
If Mr. Martin get this money from all these other people, I'll say, they go out, but I don't know.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to allow Mr. Martin to move forward with this idea. And if there are no other comments or questions, we'll have a roll call.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yeah.
Councilmember Sewell.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. All right, and under new business, item A, resolution number 2494. Yes,
Resolution number 2494, resolution of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, Tennessee, authorizing the City of East Ridge to apply for and accept TML Risk Management Pool Safety Partners Loss Control Matching Grant Program.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. The city would ask the council's guidance and support in the city's moving forward with Resolution 2494, a grant, a 50/50 matching grant through the Tennessee Municipal League's Risk Pool. The grant is for $2,000 for a total project of $4,000. The monies are used to enhance safety here, and we generally use those funds for training and education. We would ask them to apply for that again this year, put those funds to good use.
Okay.
How much of that cost?
$2,000, and then we would receive $2,000 from our insurer for the risk.
No, we'll put out 2,000 and 2,000 back. I'll make a motion.
Make a motion to approve. We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Second. Any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Griffin.
Yes.
Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Manning.
Yes.
Councilmember Sewell.
Yes.
Mayor Lambert.
Yes. Resolution is approved. And resolution number 2495, item B.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, Tennessee, authorizing the mayor and the city manager to execute the open roads policy memorandum of understanding between the City of East Ridge, the Police Department, Tennessee Department of Transportation, and the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Motion to approve.